All right, for this last page, 8, 9, and 10, I'm going to skip for now. It's a little bit more advanced than I want to talk about just yet. You might not be ready just yet for that. But we're going to talk about what happens when translating a figure. Describe the changes. All right, so remember that translating is just sliding, okay? We're not getting bigger or smaller. We're not flipping. We're not rotating. We're just sliding. So we're going to describe the changes to these different items, okay? So we're translating and trying to find out what the changes are. There's probably not going to be too many changes. So the angles, if we look at the angles, those are the corners of our, let me show you back on this other page. The corners here, those corners didn't change. It moved, but the corner did not get bigger or smaller. It just moved, okay? So, go back here. The changes to the angles, no changes. To the angles. The angle measures are preserved. All right, perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are just lines that form a T. All right, so for perpendicular lines, if they move around, they're not changing, they're not doing this, they're not getting bigger or smaller, they're just sliding. So there are also no changes. No changes to perpendicular lines. Parallel lines, they just look like this, okay? If they're moving left or right, they're not moving apart or together, getting bigger or smaller, they're just sliding around. Also no changes. And guess what? Line segments. Let me move you over to the notes again from yesterday. All right, if you look like right here, this is a line segment. When that line segment moved up here, it just moved. It did not get longer or shorter. It did not switch around. It just slid. So it did not change. It just moved. So for line segments, also no changes. All right, so no changes. So if you want to remember that, no changes, the word that we use to mean no changes is called rigid. Rigid. Okay, that means it stays the same size, it just moves around. And that's all for that.